We're waiting. We're waiting. Are we getting sound? Yes, we're getting sound. We're getting sound. We're getting video. We're getting video. I think we're ready. Hello, and welcome to another video from You Guys Have to Realize. Look, I shaved. Someone said I should shave, and I had to agree. Today, I'd like to do a little live stream where we maybe do a little editing. I think maybe we can do some little bit of making music. Not sure. Maybe we could talk about Amber a little bit. I'm not really sure about this. But I figured it's Friday night. You know, it's getting a little bit late. I'm sure somebody. I'm sure there'll be some people that show up. I've got notes here for a new Amber video. That's right. That's right. A new Amber video. It's been a while since I've made a good Amberlyn Reed reaction meme commentary. I've got a new one here, and I think it's foolproof. Yeah, I wanted to do a live stream tonight to kind of go through the programs that I use. Sometimes I get questions from people that are like, I'm interested in making a YouTube channel, but I don't really know like what I'm doing, and I did that. I had the same problem, you know, like whenever I first started YouTube, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I kind of wanted to go over the things that I use to make YouTube videos, because I think that a lot of people think that I have like really good hardware or something, and I don't. I have like pretty basic stuff. In fact, I make a point out of using all free to use software. Yeah. All the software I use is open source, free to use. I do games sometimes. I've been looking into doing more like Steam stuff, but yeah. We might get into some of that in a little bit. I've been playing Graveyard Keeper. That's my game right now. But we recently did a video. Me and Lily actually did a video together where we were playing Choo Choo Charles, and what I wanted to do was kind of do a little bit of editing on that tonight, to kind of show you guys how that's done, how I do things, the programs that I use, because they're all free. You know, they're all free, and anyone can use them. So yeah, let's take a look here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my basic video editing software. Let me roll up my sleeves. Damn these buttons! It's a little hot in here actually. So if you didn't know, the blending, sorry, well that gives it away. The editing software that I use is called Blender. It is an open source program that was originally designed for 3D animation and I think it was 3D modeling. Yeah, but eventually it just got so fleshed out that it became useful for a variety of other things, including video editing, basic video editing. And that's kind of how I got into it. Well, a little bit, and I also was like trying to make a video game whenever I was in like 9th grade. But it works pretty dang well. Let me pull it up here. Get some window capture. Do a little bit of maneuvering. Okay. So, I'm sure this looks overwhelming as hell. This is Blender. Let me go ahead and throw on my headphones. So this is Blender. This is how I do my basic editing. And it's really not that hard to use. It just looks really overwhelming. It can be overwhelming because there's so much you can do with it, but whenever you get down to the base things that you want to do, it's not that hard to use. So this is the newest version of Blender, and this is what happens whenever you open Blender. It gives you these options to choose from, and this basically sets you up to do whatever you want to do. So we're going to go into video editing, which is just basic stuff. You could do other stuff. There are other things to do sometimes whenever I do like green screen animations, but for now we're just going to do video editing. So we set up video editing, and it sets you up with the sequencer, which is this thing here. It's a little playlist, and then the video editing preview, and then you've got this details on the side for each thing that you're looking at. It's really, really helpful. So now we're going to go and open up our videos, and we're going to find the video of us playing that game, wherever the hell that went to. Oh, Lord, I should have pulled this up beforehand. It's got to be around here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna try and find we're gonna try and find the damn video we were working on. Hey, Apathetic Facts, good to see you. Thank you very much for the shout out. That really helped. That meant a lot. Seriously. I've got it. I was talking earlier. I've got a new Amber video planned, so there's gonna be some memes coming. Actually, the first idea is that I've written down is Yukon Cornelius, I changed my mind meme. You remember that scene where he's like, I changed my mind? That'll be a good one. Anyway, I need to find this damn video. Thank you very much, Apathetic. That's really nice of you. Okay, I know it's around here somewhere. It had to have saved it here. What? How's this possible? Oh, there it is. There it is right there. Okay. It just saved it in a really weird spot, like right in the middle of everything. Okay, so we just click and drag. Sorry, I'm sure I just lost some viewers just hunting around for that. So we click and drag, and it just pops up here. And as you can see, we have two separate things here. Two separate, I don't know, tabs. Clips. I don't know what you would call these, actually. Strips. That's what they're called. They're called strips. So you've got one for video and one for audio. And if I bring them back in the timeline to here, you can see over the timeline that they are in the spot where it can show them. So it's like now showing them in the viewer. So you understand that, right? It's like there's a timeline, there's a playlist, and whenever the blue line is over the clips, it shows and plays the clips. So like that's how that works. So one thing I always do is I select the audio clip, I run over here, and this displays all of the information for the clips. And I hit display waveform. It might take a minute because this is a really big file. A really big file. It's like an hour and a half long, actually. It's going to take a while to edit. But once it actually does it, you see it says building proxies down there at the bottom. Once it gets it done, it'll show the waveform. See, there it goes. There it goes. Now it's got the waveform shown for our audio clips, and that helps a lot whenever I'm looking for individual parts of the video. So like I can run through and see that we're really not saying much during like the initial parts here, or what we're saying is just really quiet and maybe I just need to turn up the volume. So we'll do that. Let's set it to 3, and now we can see it's much more clear. But yeah, this is just a little bit of basic stuff right now. This video is huge, so one thing that we have to do in all Blender editing all the time, you have to set the start and stop for what it's going to render and what you're working with. So right now it says start at 1, end at 250. That means 250 frames, which is not much. So we're going to set this to 200,000, and that's still not enough. So let's set it to 300,000. 300. That's still enough. Let's go 400. 400,000. 400,000 frames. And that's how much we get to about a little less than 2 hours. So now I'm just going to run through.
Should still be able to hear each other.
Is that coming through the right thing? It's not. Hang on.
Through the microphone. And I've got it. I've got the microphone levels.
Okay, so we can hear that. Nope, I do not edit on my phone while I'm sitting on the toilet. This is generally why my videos take so long. That and the fact that I also do editing for my church. That also is the thing. So we're just gonna find where we start. Nice. There's a lot of
Headphones.
There's a lot of throat clearing and coughing.
Microphone. And I've got it. I've got them off like it's not gonna cause this. And welcome to another gaming video from my Hello. Hello. Hello.
Alright, so once I've got it set to the right level, I click where I need it to go, stop it using the space bar, and then I hit K on the keyboard. And that makes a cut. So the one thing that's extremely important about any editing, keyboard shortcuts. Doing anything on the computer, keyboard shortcuts. Holy shit, makes your life so much easier. So like, now that I've figured out where the actual beginning is, I can just make a cut there, turn it into two separate things. I can select this and hit X to delete it. Pretty nice, right? So now I can click over here. It sets the playlist, it sets the time in the playlist to 0. And then what I can do is hit backspace. I usually set it forward to 1 millisecond. Then I hit backspace and it removes gaps. Backspace removes gaps. And if you can get those little things down, K for cut, X for delete, backspace for remove gaps, you can edit so fast. You can do basic editing so fast. Like, let's just do a little bit of basic editing, and I can show you how fast I can run through this just with keyboard shortcuts. Because it really is, like, it's pretty incredible how fast you can go. By the way, I'm using keyboard shortcuts again to manipulate the playlist here in different ways. So like if I roll the wheel forward and back, it just zooms in and out. Hold Control, all of a sudden it goes left and right. Hold Shift, and I can move up and down, but it's not going to move anything anywhere right now because I don't have multiple clips running up the channels. You see it says channel 7654. There can be an unlimited amount of channels that go upwards in that direction, and you might need that in order to layer different things. It can get kind of complicated whenever you actually start thinking about what you're doing. But let's run through here and do a little bit of editing, just so I can show you guys how simple this can be. Let's go.
Hello, and welcome to another gaming video from my channel. You guys have to realize...
It's way too quiet.
That's right, we're back.
Oh my god.
I've got Lily with me today. You're gonna say anything? Normally you say something. I've got Lily with me today. Normally you say something. You're gonna say anything?
That was pretty funny.
You're gonna say anything? Normally you say something. Normally you're like, hello. Well.
Hey everybody, what's up?
I've got the...
Hey everybody.
Alright. 2 edits done there.
That's right, we're back. I've got Lily with me today. You're gonna say anything? Normally you say something. Normally you're like, hello.
Hey everybody, what's up?
I've got Lily with me today. And today we're going to be choo-chooing with Charles. This game was generously provided to...
Let's see.
Generously provided to us by one of the... This game... We're going to be choo-chooing with Charles. This game was generously provided to us by one of the
Just
best
an
patrons
apple.
I've
Thank
got.
you very much. I actually
Lewis
could
H.
use a coffee right now. That would be
Lewis,
excellent.
thank you very much for your excellent
I'm gonna
contribution.
get Lily to go
your
and make
overall
coffee.
support. It is just, it's so nice to him. Was generously provided to us by one of the best patrons I've got, Lewis H. Lewis, thank Lewis H. Lewis, thank you very much for your excellent contribution and your overall support. It is just, it's so nice to have people out there who are that nice.
And it is. It really is. I am overwhelmed by the support that happens with this channel. It's crazy. We're Hater Nation. Okay, so yeah, this Choo Choo Charles was generously provided by my patron Lewis. He is a very nice man. Lives in the UK. I think he's a sushi chef, if I remember correctly. So I do wanna just go ahead and throw in a meme there, because I just usually whenever I edit, what I try to do is whenever I'm base editing, if I think of a meme, like something funny, I add it right there. If I don't add it right there, I'll forget about it, and then it just won't be in there. So like, I just thought of something, we're gonna add it right now. Hey Julie, thank you very much. You know, the same things that make us laugh are the same things that make us cry. I heard that somewhere. Anyway, memes. So we'll pull up my meme folder. Yes, I have an entire folder devoted to memes. It's kind of out of control and super messy. Let me, you know what? Let me just, we can pull that up. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the meme, here's the meme folder. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's filled with so much stuff. Edits I've done, you know, like old school stuff. Just random. Totally random. Like, here's a picture of Antoine Dodson, the kid who's like, apparently, I have just, the collection is extensive. So whenever I'm making stuff, if I think of it, I just throw it in. Hey, look, a picture of Zachary Michael. But yeah, let's find the one I'm looking for. It's the one nerds. It's nerds. That's what it is. So if I search nerds, Revenge of the Nerds or Ogre Spots Nerds, that's what it is. So click and drag that in. Give me a little space to work with it. I just happened to notice that the guy in this movie is named Lewis, and I was like, well, that's gonna work. Alright, so display waveform so we can see our audio, and that helped us to work with what we're doing.
Where are they?
Come on, Lewis, let's go.
That's what I'm looking for.
Come on, Lewis, let's go. Come on, Lewis, let's go.
Alright, that should work. Let's put that in appropriate
Lewis,
spot.
thank you very much for your excellent contribution and your overall support. It is just, it's so nice to have people out there who are that nice. Nice.
Make sure the pacing is good. One thing that I think a lot of people don't think about is the pacing of videos. So like if you're trying to include a joke, make sure that it rolls like with what you're saying, you know? So like I'm talking about Lewis, but I'm trying to make it like, you know, to where these jokes just roll after one another. So let's listen to this.
It is just, it's so nice to have people out there who are that nice.
Come on, Lewis, let's go.
There you go. There you go. That's a good edit right there. All right, so let's pull it back here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, I'm hitting Control Z to undo, and then Shift Control Z to redo. Very, very important keyboard shortcuts. One of the things that I do is, whenever I first started doing this, was I wrote down all of the keyboard shortcuts. It was actually really helpful. Oh my gosh, I need to read these comments. My grandpa watches the Powerball. Thanks y'all for being here. It's always good to have the community around, just even if it's small, you know, just doing our thing.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Lewis.
All right. Well, we've got a little bit of coffee.
Oh, I need that coffee. That's what I need. I need that coffee. Lily!
Go.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lewis.
Well, we've got a little bit of
I'm just
coffee.
gonna delete
We're-
those because it's gonna sound better if it just goes into Lily.
So nice to have people out there who are that nice.
Nerds! 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 Come on, Lewis, let's go.
Thank you, Lewis.
Well, we've got a little bit of coffee.
That's much
We're,
better.
You know, close to sleep. We've got a little bit of time here, so let's do a little bit of gameplay. Let's see what's going on here.
Okay, so Princess DD, what is this? I'm sorry. I'm getting totally distracted reading these comments. This is like work. It's like actual work, and I'm just like, it's a bit weird to do this and live stream it.
So we can have nightmares before bed.
Oh yeah.
Got a little bit of coffee. We're, you know, close to sleep. We've got a little bit of time here, so let's do a little bit of gameplay. Time here, so let's do a little bit of gameplay. Let's see what's going on here.
So we can have nightmares.
Close to sleep. We've got a little bit of time here, so let's do a little bit of gameplay. Let's see what's going on here.
So we can have nightmares before bed.
Interesting. Oh my goodness. Interesting. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is already creepy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So we can have nightmares before bed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is already creepy.
We haven't even started yet. We haven't even started yet, right?
Yeah, this is just the menu music. E. I might move around the camera. E.
Sometimes I can edit pretty fast.
Oh, this is already creepy.
We haven't even started yet, right?
Yeah, this is just the menu music. E. I might move around the camera in a second. I don't know. E. Burp.
What did I just do? Okay.
Bird.
I know it's been a while since we last spoke.
but something has happened at the mines I've been supervising.
I love this.
This
Oh,
voice
trust me,
was
you'll
killing
want
me.
to make time for this. You're looking for something big to keep your museum in business? Well, there's something big on that island. Real big. So many friends. And even my own son are still out there.
I'm really
If
enjoying this
anyone
voice.
can bring this thing down, it's you. It'll be the biggest attraction your city's ever seen. And you can help an old friend. Yes, meet me on the docks at sunset. I hope you're ready for a little monster hunt.
Cool. We gotta play some more of this game. This was
Alright,
really fun
so
to
this
play.
looks pretty cool.
Alright, so I wasn't even paying attention to the editing there. I guess there's nothing to edit.
So many friends. And even my own son or something. You.
Alright, so this looks pretty cool. A little scary. But, pretty cool. I've seen some gameplay of this game, but, not that much. I've kind of held myself off of it because I wanted to play it.
I'm just gonna, you know what? We are just gonna hold off on basic edits right now because this is good. This is pretty much good.
Alright, so this looks pretty cool. A little scary. But, pretty cool. I've seen some gameplay of this game, but, not that much. I've kind of held myself off of it because I wanted to play it.
They call him Charles. Half trained, half biggest spider from hell.
I
We've
love
been
this
planning
character.
his demise for some time now and have nearly everything in order. Just a few people to meet and places to see. Simple errands, you know.
Gotta see a man about a wallaby.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Aranero, the island where miners dig their own graves.
Forget half the
Stay
shit I
close.
say in these videos.
Charles isn't the only thing to fear around here.
What do you mean, Charles? What? Can I pick this up? Interactable items will glow.
All right. So there's a lot of editing to do on this video. But that's not really what this live stream is about. I wanted to show you kind of the base editing here and what this is and how easy it is. So, you know. Oh, Lord. I forgot to turn this off. There we go. Well, there wasn't much to see. It was mostly audio anyway. But, yeah. Just the very opening of the game. But I wanted to just go ahead and stop this. We'll
Interactable items will glow.
we'll just stop it and save it here. So in saving, you have to like make sure to save it correctly. I usually set output before I save, just because it's a quick thing to do that only takes a second, and you have to do it anyway. So over on the top right here, it says scene, and this is your output, right? This is like what controls how the video turns out in the end. So like, first of all, we're gonna select the folder. So let's go to folders, and let's go to Blender exports. That's my pre-made folder for videos. You can set one of those up yourself. So it says file format FFmpeg video. That is correct. That is what we want. So you don't have to mess with that. Encoding, you can scroll down here, and if you scroll down, it says under audio, it says audio codec, and it says AAC. I always go down and select MP3. Have I lost anyone yet? Is this complicated? Yeah? Okay. That's what I thought. But that's it. That's literally it. So you just set that, and then you can save it. So we'll go over to File, hit Save As, and then we'll save it as Chewing with Charles. Yeah. Alright, and that's saved, and you can see that it's saved because it pops up the little thing at the bottom. And another thing to remember, very, very, very important, is keyboard shortcut Control S, which saves. And you can see it pops up that little thing at the bottom here. It says saved. So now it's saved.
I can exit out.
Another thing I really wanted to show you guys tonight was how, not only how I edit videos, but how I edit music, how I make music. Because that is also a completely free software that I use. Well, more or less. So the software that I use for that is FL Studio. I use the newest version of FL Studio, but the trick is that I use a trial version. I don't know why I said and. So let's go ahead and well, if I can do it. There it goes. We'll go ahead and pull up FL Studio here. And we'll set that where it needs to go. Set this where it needs to go. There we go. So this is my customized version of FL Studio. It is in trial version, and these are the things that I use to make music. I'm not sure about this. I believe that FL Studio is used by deadmau5. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty useful. So, as you can see here, it's a little complex. Just the way I like it. So over on the left here, we've got our library. That's where we got stuff like attack hat or kick. And these are the ones that I've selected as favorites just because I use them a lot. But if I go over to all, then we've got a bunch of stuff to select from. And these are all just like preloaded stuff that come with FL Studio, even the trial version. And I mean, you can use all kinds of stuff. What I will typically do in order to just start making music is I'll either come up with a melody, start there, or I'll start with some sort of drum beat. I've always been pretty good at like rhythm, so sometimes starting with a drum beat is actually one of the more useful things to do. So we'll go ahead and set our tempo, and then we'll set our bar length. So this is going to set how the length of each one of these patterns. So you can see it says pattern right here. This is pattern 1. If we go and click this button here, this is the playlist. So we click that, and then we've got a little paintbrush icon that pops up for the mouse. And if we click it, then it'll put down pattern 1. And you can change that by going up to pattern and going to pattern 2, pattern 3, whatever you want to do. Right now, the pattern 1 is empty because we haven't added anything. But we'll go ahead and set it there so that we can see it. So we'll click off of library and go back to the channel rack, that's where we're going to build our pattern. So let's get started. First, let's see our tempo. Let's just fill in 2 steps. Okay. Oh, we're getting somewhere, aren't we? Let's see. Now the question, sometimes I'll make stuff and I just hate it. Let's see. Now, I've got a basic idea of the tempo and what's going on here. I'm going to add a melody, some kind of mid-level tone, and I've got a few to choose from. I'll usually use either the FL Studio default 3x oscillator, which is just a synthesizer. It generates waves, and you can either select from sine wave, square wave, or triangle wave, or a mix of the 3. And it's pretty useful, but there are a number of free, these are called VLCs, these are called VSTs, not VLCs. These are called VSTs. There's a number of free VST instruments that you can download from all kinds of websites that are like meant for this, like open source stuff. It's really useful. I have several that are like synthesized bass. Let's do that one actually. Let's do a synth bass. So I've got this one called Ample Bass Light, and it is a bass synthesizer. So let's listen to it. It's pretty good bass, right? It sounds like a bass. That's basically why I got it. So like, let's listen to this tempo again. Yeah, let's make it a little faster. Let's think of some bass lines. All right, we're getting somewhere. Let's go over to favorites. First of all, change over that snare because that snare's awful. I'll change over the kick. Change over the hat. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Change over the hat. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, we're gonna keep that as attack hat 1. We need something. We need like an open hat, something to set this off a little bit. Let's see. Let's run over to packs, and this is all default stuff. We'll go to packs, instruments, legacy, instruments, drums. Maybe. Am I the right thing? What am I got? No, we're in drums mode audio. That's what I did. And we need hi-hats. We need an open hi-hat. I like this one. We'll do this one. All right. Set those there. Okay. Getting a little saucy. Let's change up the bass line, see what we can do. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's not too bad. Now, let's see about putting in... Let's put in some bass. All right. Longer. All right, so we're getting a kind of bass line going on here. I kind of don't like it, but you can see how it, how we basically create music here at You Guys Have to Realize. Well, that's quite bad. But, it's not awful. So after I get stuff like that done, you can see in the pattern, in the playlist, you can see all these little dits and dots on the pattern. And that's all the instruments that we did, all of the editing. That's all the placements of the notes and the beats. And yeah, so that's basically the way it works. You just go again and again and again. Add some variations here and there, and then eventually I can go over to File and Export. And this is the worst thing about using FL Studio trial version. I can't save any of my music. So everything that I've ever made, I just make it the one time, export it, and we're done. Like that's it. I don't get a second try. Hey Cats with Guns. Hey Vasilia. Good to see everybody. Yeah, there's really not much else to this. I could go all day with this, but I could also show you some more stuff. So yeah, that's how I do my basic music, and there's a lot of stuff to choose from. Like you see, I showed you like the library and like patterns and like the playlist. I'll take it like 2 steps further by, selecting each individual instrument here, and we'll click on it, and then we'll click this little down arrow here and hit route to free mixer track. And that basically puts the instrument on the mixer track, which then you can adjust the individual volume levels for each thing. Yeah, so nothing too crazy there. But you can also apply effects to them, and this is where things get a little crazy. Also, all effects, things like that, can be downloaded for free from websites like, I think there's one called Free VST or something like that. But yeah, so Bit Crusher, something like a distortion or anything like that. We're gonna need effects. So let's just try putting before I X out of this, let's put the bass on the mixer, and let's put Bit Crush on it. So this is the bass with Bit Crush with downsampling of 8% at a 16-bit rate, and that is generally what I do. And the only reason I do that is because that just sounds like the bit rate of Sega Genesis, I think. So we'll just go with 16-bit, and the downsampling is just how much it brings it down pitch-wise. So let's listen to it now. It's gonna sound way different. Weird, right? So let's adjust that further. Pretty cool, right? So let's try out a different one. We'll replace this one with, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called Ferox. It is this weird little thing. I'm not even sure what it does. Magnetic tape simulator plugin. So the reason why I got this is because it can simulate almost perfectly the effect that gets put over Soundwave's voice on Transformers. You know, whenever he's like, why I'm doing this. Whenever he's like, Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior, that effect that they put over his voice, this is it. I found it. So like, let's put it over the bass, and you can see how it sounds. So set the feedback up to about 60%, I think that's what it is, and we'll set the tape speed down to 70%. Now listen to this. Can you hear the Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior in that? Because I sure can. Like, if I have some, let's say I have just a vocal track or something. I don't have one ready to go. But if I use a vocal track and put that over it, it sounds dead on. Like, if I'm like, Soundwave superior, if I talk in a robot voice, it gets even better. Like, it's even more of an effect. But that's, you know, let's move on. I did want to go through like one other thing. We'll just X this out. I don't care. Get out of here. Yeah, whenever you use FL Studio trial version, it always has to be like, oh, you need to see our advertisement, don't you? You need to see our product page. I'm like, no, I don't. The last thing I wanted to show you guys, and I know this has been a bit of a weird, kind of boring stream, actually, but it is going to be useful. It's going to be very useful for people who are, you know, interested in making videos or starting a channel or doing anything like that. The next thing I wanted to look at was, and I'm going to have to pull it up here, but GNU, Gimp. This is my image manipulation program. It is what makes me, it's what lets me make thumbnails, make PNGs, which are, you know, say you have like a picture of something and you don't want the background color, you just want the picture of that thing with like transparency. That's how you can do that. You can use one of these image editing softwares. So like, let's make a PNG real quick. I just took a screenshot for the thumbnail for this live stream. So let's go through and do a little bit of image editing, which is totally different than video editing. And let's just edit this image real quick. I gotta find it. Let's see. It's around here somewhere. Lost in the world of pictures on this PC. Oh god. It's gotta be around here. Oh, that's what it was. It saved to videos. I think it saved. No, maybe not. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? See, this is the problem whenever you don't organize your stuff. Everything is just in files everywhere, and now I just feel like an idiot. I know it's on here. I just have to find it real quick. I renamed it, that's what it is. I'm gonna find it. Maybe I'm not. it's for example anyway. Let's just do a PN. Let's make a PNG of good old Amber. Yeah, we'll make a PNG of good old Amber. Let's see what we can do here. So let's use. It's a good picture we can use for this. This will be fun. Let's use this one right here. Let's click and drag. All right. So now we've got our girl, and we're going to make a PNG of our girl here so that we can use this for a thumbnail or do something like that. This is one way to do it. So this is Gimp. It's an image manipulation program. It is totally free. You can download it for free. Be my guest. So we're going to go over to the left here, and these are our different tools. And you can either click on each one, and it'll let you do those different things, or you can right-click on each one of these tools, and all of a sudden it gives you different options. And what we're going to do is down here, and this is known as the Paths tool. So this allows us to put points on things. And why is that important? Because we're going to create a big circle area and then exclude the area we did not select. So basically, we're just going to select her and nothing else, and then we're going to delete the rest of the picture. So here we go. Let's zoom in. We don't need to be that close. So same basic controls and keyboard shortcuts are kind of similar on like all platforms. Like you can hold control and use the mouse wheel to do different things, and shift as well. Sometimes they're backwards, but it's just one of those keyboard shortcuts, man. So we have got the path tool selected, and we're just going to blip 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 blip. We're just going to outline old Amber here. Let's just quietly do that real quick, and it does not have to be perfect in any way. Also, this is not the only way to do this. There are many ways using this program to do this automatically. I just don't know them, and I learned this way, and this was the easiest way for me to do this. So yeah, this is just the way I do it. So we're gonna go over here and over here, and we're just gonna keep outlining. Hey LK, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. It's all right. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Clover's sleeping right now, which is why I'm able to live stream. Good to see you. All right, we're gonna keep just outlining here. And if you mess up, if you go over here, Control Z, do the same thing. And once we're at the top, we can just hold Control and click our original spot that we started with, and we'll zoom out, and we can see that we have a sort of selection here. So now we hit enter, and now it has selected that. It's now got that selection. Like we're trying to use my hands. Like it's got this selected while not selecting this or this. So what we're gonna do is delete this and this while leaving this. So what you do is you go into Layer, Transparency, Add Alpha Channel. Sometimes they already have an alpha channel, which is a layer of transparency. So you add alpha channel, and since we've already got all this selected, all we have to do is hit delete. Oh shit, that wasn't right. Control Z. We have to hit Control I, which inverts everything, and then we hit delete. Now we're good. Sorry, I'm like, do this. Oh shit, I fucked up. Okay, now that we've got that good, that's good to go. That is a PNG of Amber. I can now take that and manipulate it through one of my other editing programs. I can throw a PNG on top of this. I can use this and layer it, to make a thumbnail. All kinds of stuff I can do with this. But what you do now is File, Export As, and you see it's already selected as a PNG. It says .png at the end here. Oh wait, it's not. I have to actually add that window. Hang on. Maybe. Recenter, please. Fit to screen. No? Is that not right? What is going on? I'm just trying to I'm trying to ah! All right. Well, for some reason it's not popping up the window for exporting. Whatever. So it's got a little window that says export image, and it just says export or cancel, and you have the name of the image and where you're going to export it to. It's pretty basic stuff, right? So it'll already select .png, which means that it's going to be a PNG file. That means that it has a transparent background, or that's essentially what it means. So we're just going to rename it. We'll name it Amber Wow Face, because it looks like she's saying wow. And we'll just hit export. And one thing you have to do is whenever it exports a PNG, it says, do you want to save that background color? And you make sure to hit no. Do not save the background color. And then you hit export. And it exports. And then you've got this picture. And now what I can do is I can pull up something else in Gimp, right? Like, let me pull up a screenshot, like a whole screenshot in Gimp. So we'll just open up a new picture of Amber. And I can go into pictures, and here is my new PNG that I just made, and we'll just throw that on the screen. And there it is. I don't know why this is being so weird. Why is this being so weird? Get out of here. Get out of here. What the heck? Alright, so now we've got 2 Ambers. Oh my god. Can you see the thumbnail already? Can you feel the tension building? I love that video from Karina. So one thing is scaling. If I don't do this right, then you see we've got this little checkerboard thing. That means it's going to be empty, and we're not going to have a picture. So what we'll do is scale these images up a little bit. So we'll right-click on each one of the layers and hit Scale Layer. I don't know why it's not showing all portions of the of Gimp. I don't know why it's not doing that. We'll hit Scale Layer, and it brings up this little scale box, and we'll hit just a little bit more than it is. It says 1280 right now. We'll bring it up to 1400. Hit Enter. It links the other parameter, width and height, and then we hit Scale, and it slightly increases the size of the picture. And now I've got a little bit more give a freeway, a little bit more workability. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. We got a little bit more room to work with old Amber here. We can move her over here, and we're not going to get that checkerboard up top. And we could essentially do the exact same thing here, or just like add a picture, or we could just leave it blank. You know, it's just going to be black. So it could just be black there. And then we'll just, you know, add some we'll just add some letters here. This is how I make thumbnails. So we'll set the font. I use a font called Harlow. Yeah, there it is right there. Right. Let's make that. We'll do a nice purple. Yeah. it up a little bit and make it over top of everything. We'll make it real big. We'll add another one right here. Is everyone having fun? This is so stupid. All right, so all right, we got that. Now we'll go over to the rotation tool, or actually we'll hit layer and then we'll hit transform arbitrary rotation. That lets me rotate it like a weird amount. So we'll do like that. There we go. And hopefully I can still edit that. Oh crap! Okay, make it a little bit bigger before I do that. Yeah. Okay. Layer, transform, arbitrary rotation. Oh wait, no, I have to add something else. That's right. No. Filters, light and shadow, drop shadow. Okay. This is how I do this. Neon effect. So, drop shadow essentially just creates outlines around things. It's how you do the thumbnail where it's like a picture of someone with a white outline. Zachary Michael does it in every single one of his thumbnails. So, white highlight. That's just one of my presets that I have saved. We'll change the color to red and then set it to kind of like an off-white red. Hit OK, and then we're going to change the shape of that. Grow radius down to 7, and then blur radius down to 1. Yeah, 2, and we're gonna lower this to 2. Yeah, and then hit OK, and then we're gonna do it again. So filter, light and shadow, drop shadow, and this time we're gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be red. And we'll adjust it same way. Grow radius of 2, blur radius of 2, and there we go. And that's our neon word effect. Pretty good, right? And now we can go through and do layer, transform, arbitrary rotation, and rotate it slightly. Rotate. And we'll move it down. That's Amber. It's so stupid. I'm so happy that we're doing this right now. All right, so we'll do the same thing here, just because I like the effect. I've really been a big fan of the neon effect. I think a little off purple, off white purpley. Bring that down. Grow radius of 5. I think we'll do just fine. Blur radius of 3. There we go. Filter, light shadow, drop shadow, blah 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 blah. Purple, done. And 3 and 2 and got it. All right. So yeah, that's one thing there. And then you know what? We'll just keep doing this, and I might end up changing the thumbnail for this video and be like, I made this thumbnail on stream. Let's go into the meme folder. And we'll just search PNGs. So that's going to bring up all my PNGs that I've made, and there are a lot. There are a lot of PNGs that I've created using this method. So let's add a scale, of course, because it's Amberlyn Reed, and how could we not have a scale? So we'll add a little scale there. Yep. And let's see what else we can add. Let's add a tinfoil hat. Yep. Oh, that's way too big. Let's scale that down. 300. Okay, that should be about good. We'll put that somewhere. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I'm sorry. Those cats with guns. What is happening here? Let's see what else we can add. Let's add picture of Chef Cousteau. Yep, we'll just throw that down there. Make sure the good old amber's still visible. Mm-hmm. And we'll put the tinfoil hat on top of Chef Cousteau. Yes. Yes. Alright, that's, well, no, we won't put the tinfoil hat on Chef Cousteau. I'm just gonna make this and send it to Amber. I'm sure she'll be real happy about that. What else we got here? We've got, okay, let me show you this though. So there's making a PNG, but there's also the reverse of making a PNG, and this is what I like to call a punch out. So now we've got, if we put this over top of everything, we've got a picture that has a hole punched out, which we can then move to wherever we want it to go, or put a picture behind it. Let's scale this down because it's huge. Alright, so let's put that there, and now Amberlynn's the soldier. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to demonstrate how much. I'm trying to demonstrate editing and how it's actually really simple. But you know, we'll just put that right on top of Amber's head there. You know, if this is Amber's weight, she's doing all right. All right. Has everyone? Should I save this picture? I don't know if I should save this picture. I'm reading about these things. Y'all are so nice. You know, I'm not really sure if I have any French stuff. I do have this. We'll just throw that on there because it's funny. There we go. Yeah, Bugs Bunny and Drag can be wearing the tinfoil hat. Let's see. I'll have to download some French stuff. Let's see. I can just search French flag. French flag PNG. And I should be able to find a PNG. There's a couple that I usually get. Let's just try this. Looks good. Looks good. Grant me the item, please. Grant me the PNG. There it is. Okay. We can just throw that on there. All right. All right. And now, Amber's French. See, this this could be manipulated in so many ways, you know. Let's just we'll change something. We'll do we'll leave good old Amber, but we'll change this and we'll change it to French people love Amberlyn. Yes, we'll just say that. French people love Amberlyn. We'll put it in our nice font. No. French people for Amberlyn. No. What's it? France. France people, no. That'll work. That'll work. At this point, I'm literally just messing around. I've been streaming for a solid hour. That was about how long I wanted to stream. I should probably get off of here. This is really fun, but I don't think there's much else I can really show you. There is one other thing that I can do, and that is to show you audio recording. Yeah, that's actually pretty important. Okay, so let's move on. I think we've ran through enough image editing. If someone skipped to this point in the video, they'd be very confused. I think we've ran through enough image editing. Let's move on to the last thing. So we've talked about video editing. We've talked about music editing. We've talked about image editing. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is basic audio recording, because this is actually pretty important. You can go out and buy a microphone and stuff, but if you try and just hook it up to your computer, you're not going to have the best time. You need some sort of software in order to record stuff, you know? So let's just exit that. We're not going to save this. Discard. Discard. Absolutely awful. So the microphone that I'm using, kind of important. This is one of the things that I it's one of the things that I have that actually costs money. This is a Yeti Blue microphone. You may have seen other YouTubers use these throughout the years. It's about $100. The reason why it's so cool is because it is a USB microphone and it can hook directly into your computer. It's pretty cool. I also have this microphone here, which is a whole separate thing. Can you see that? That's the very tip of an SM58. Yes. And that is used for recording guitar or singing vocal audio. Essentially, the idea is it's a mono recording so that you can record one source from one place. Yeah. It works. It works very well. But I wanted to talk about the software here. So I've got the Blue microphone. The software I'm using to record right now is OBS, and we're actually streaming through OBS. Now I don't think that I can just bring up OBS. It lets you like look at different windows and stuff, but I don't think that I can just bring up OBS as a window. It's pretty intuitive. It's actually very user-friendly, and it's gotten more user-friendly over the years. But there are other ways to do this, and I'm talking about the difference between recording video and audio versus recording just video versus recording just audio. So there's different things to do if you're wanting to do that. So OBS is made to stream. It's also made to record a video source with audio, you know, stuff like that. It's not really made to do just audio, although I think you could do that, but that's not what I would do. For audio, like just audio sources, whenever I'm recording lyrics or a recording, like if I'm doing an audio recording for a video, what I will do is use Audacity. Now, you probably have heard of Audacity because it's been around since like 1995. Let me just make sure that I can look at it here. This is Audacity. It is a very, very small and unassuming program. There's really not much going on here. So, yeah, the reason why it's so useful is because it's so simple. You've got audio setup and basic audio levels, and then you've got your playlist. Like you can record, stop, do stuff like that. So if I just hit record, it's automatically going to record using the microphone that's already plugged in. If I hit stop, make sure my audio audio setup is done right. So hit play, it's automatically going to record using the microphone that's already plugged in. If I hit pretty good quality, right? So yeah, that's generally how I do vocals. And once you're done recording, you can just hit stop, and also once you hit stop, you can hit record again, and it'll just pick up from where you left off. Extremely useful. That can be changed in settings, all kinds of stuff. But once you're done, you can hit file, export as MP3. You can also do all sorts of other things. I usually just do MP3s because they're the easiest to work with in FL Studio, which is where I file things back together to patch them into songs. So yeah, that's that's basically all that's going on there. I just wanted to show that off. Last thing, I don't really have a whole lot else to do on this stream, and I really would like a coffee. So I'm going to, I think we're gonna call it there. As you saw, I was working on a video where we're playing Choo Choo Charles, me and Lily together, and that was really fun. I liked that a lot, actually. It was exciting. It was pretty scary too, actually, sometimes. But I think we're gonna call it there because I've been streaming for just over an hour now. We're getting up to an hour and 30 minutes. It's been a good stream. I love you all. I hope that this helps anyone who is looking to start a channel or do some editing, or just you know, you watch someone on YouTube and then you're just like, you know what? I have something to say. And then you realize that you have no idea how to edit, and and you're like, well, I guess I don't have anything to say. Hope that helps. Again, these programs are free, open source. Anyone can use them. Anyone can learn them. You should. So the programs, again, are Blender. That is Blender for video editing. I use Audacity for basic audio recording. FL Studio for music. Gimp for image manipulation. And I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. This is really important. There's one more thing I have to tell you guys. It's really important. How do I pull these videos? Where do I get these videos from? How do I just always have the videos? So this is really important. Years ago, I used a browser software called Torch. It was called Torch Browser, and the reason it was so cool is because it had a little button on it called the Media Grabber. You could go on YouTube and hit a button, and it would pull the video. You would download either an MP3 of the music or the video and the MP3, and it was so damn useful. It doesn't work anymore, but I found this third-party website that lets you do that. It is called Online Video Converter .pro. I'll have to make a link for it. It's kind of confusing, but it's what I use to basically pull videos from anywhere off the internet, and you can just reuse them. It's super useful. It is an incredibly useful tool for making videos or editing or something like that. You can pull up memes that you found. You do have to be a little concerned with video degradation over time, but that's just gonna happen, you know. But that's it. All right, we're gonna end the stream now. I just wanted to take a little extra minute and talk about that because that's actually a big part of my editing process. Sometimes I'll think of something that's like a meme and I'll think it's funny, and I'll look for it and I don't have it. So I'm like, all right, I gotta find that. So I just, search it, find it on the internet, and then download it. But I think that's gonna do it for me. I'm going to get off of here and get some coffee. And then I'm going to get some damn snacks or something. I gotta go get Lily too. She's probably just sleeping. Thanks very much for watching, you guys. I'd like to remind everyone that these videos are put out for entertainment purposes only, especially this one. This one's more of a learning experience than anything else. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yep, we're calling it. See you guys later.